Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog. I'm Miss Mark. I'm a comic mater. Like tomater, but without the t. I am a comic creator and painter, and this is my tiny little super quick art room makeover. Essentially, in my house, I have two quote-unquote bedrooms. One of them is very tiny, but they're two bedrooms, and I had picked the tiniest room as my art studio, thinking that I didn't want my bedroom to feel cramped and claustrophobic. It would be more relaxing if my bedroom was large. And in my art room, I just sit at my desk, so it doesn't have to be big. But now I've lived here for just under a year, and I realized that the space where I'm awake and active and creative, that should actually be the bigger space. The space where I just go in and close my eyes, it can be as tiny as possible. So I decided to switch them. I did the major pieces of furniture in the first couple days of June, and then over the course of the month, I kind of fine-tuned it and tweaked it and tried out various little things and then tried out different things and revised it. So, the tour you'll see at the end is actually at the end of the month, but I put it at the end of the makeover section. I didn't buy too much for this makeover. It really was just switching the rooms. There's a couple little things like a footstool and a shelf cabinet thing. I think that was about it. Everything else was just a matter of moving it. And yeah, now that I've had this set up for about a month, it's been amazing. Like, when I get up in the morning, I get my coffee, and the first thing I want to do is come into the art room just to sit. It's such a nice view in the back. It's so relaxing. This room actually has a better breeze and slightly better light. Neither of the rooms are super bright, but this one does have a better light technically. And yeah, it is my favorite room in the house, and I can't wait to get in here in the mornings. The one thing that I would kind of like to change, but I can't, is the carpet. The whole house has brown carpet, and I feel like that's the only thing keeping this from being just the most perfect room. But I'm just renting, so I can't make any major changes like that. And I was trying to avoid any major alterations to the walls or lighting or anything like that. So, I'm trying to be a good renter because I like my landlord. Doorway. So we'll kind of start here and then go around. So, cozy spot. There's nothing inside this. It does open, but there's nothing inside it. And then this is a cabinet that I bought at Home Goods. It was on clearance, and it has kind of my morning reading stuff in it. This is generally where I sit in the mornings. Lady of Shalott. And this is kind of my more recent artwork. This is kind of how I display/store it. I really like it. This is a shelf that I painted. I don't know what happened to the footage. I know I filmed it, but it somehow got deleted. So I painted that shelf. It was black, but I painted it, and now it kind of acts as a display/storage shelf. Underneath here and here, these are various like easels and easels. So that's that. And then some artwork here. These are some paints. Claims to be acrylic gouache. It's technically kind of not, but that's okay. And then this is my golden just acrylic paint. That's a grow light there, and then these are two of my biggest philodendron plants. They are the two biggest. I don't know why I said two of the biggest. Right here is sadness. During all of this, at one point I stood up and hit my head on the shelf. It didn't fall, but it was enough to make all my Legos fall down. I have the Boba Fett's Slave One and then the ATST from Mandalorian, and they're both broken. And I haven't worked up the willpower to fix those yet, so. Okay, so then going over to this wall, these are all art supplies in these drawers. And then up here, we've got some artwork. That's my art from college. It's charcoal drawing. This is from a Photoshop class I took in college, and then this right here This is a print. It was a birthday gift from my friend Becca. That's my artwork, and then I found this one at Goodwill. These two, I love these two together because I feel like it's like, you know, you've got the dark-haired boy and the blonde girl, and then dark-haired man, blonde woman. I just like it. And then these are some of my most important art tools. These are some horses and a cowboy boot that I use for reference because cowboy boots are super hard. Over here, this is mainly for display. It's got my colored pencils, but I'm not like a regular colored pencil user, so it's okay if they're on display and kind of high up where, like, technically it's inconvenient, but I don't use them that often, so it's fine. And then I just put up this cork board. This little area had been blank, so I finally put up this cork board and put up, this is my artwork, and then these are old like swatch cards that I made for watercolor sets, and then these are just paint cards, paint swatches, whatever, like the free things you can get at Walmart. I specifically went to Walmart and got those. Okay, down here, more plants, calendar, paper cutter. Okay, and then these drawers, this is computer gear, camera gear, and then art storage and documents, art-related documents and stuff. So, more plants. These are like my current color charts. This is golden acrylic colors. This is my Winsor Newton regular designer gouache. And this one is both my Turner and my Holbein acrylic gouache. And this one I actually taped to a board, so it's like super legit. Mainly so that it would stand up on this. I really am glad that I did a color chart. It's been so helpful. And then here's the other thing that's helpful. I bought this from Jerry's Artorama. It doesn't say Turner anywhere on here, but on their website it's listed as a Turner mixing guide. So you can literally, like on the back, it'll tell you what colors to mix to get that color. So like this is permanent green, light 2 parts, and then 1 part burnt sienna will give you this color. So I've actually learned a lot about color theory just reading this and kind of figuring out like, oh, that's why when I try to mix that color it's always muddy. More plants. This drawer is Patreon / merchandise. It's all my stickers, postcards. You dear. It's not the highest quality set of drawers. This could potentially look nicer, but the thing is, I pull this stuff in and out so often, there's almost no point in organizing it, I guess, kinda. It mainly looks messy because of the cords, but it doesn't bother me. Okay, and then we have the desk. Ta-da! So this shelf was kind of a last minute add. I put my hard drives on there, which I use for editing. That's also where my comic pages are stored. And then down here is a couple of notepads that I use somewhat regularly for to-do lists and inventory. And then my laptop. I recently made the switch from primarily using my desktop to using my laptop, and I'll explain why in a second. And then over here, I've got my light right there. It folds out. I just got it from Target, like that. And then designer gouache and acrylic gouache. I wanted to mention these drawers they're pretty cheap, but they also, like, you got what you paid for, I guess. I just got these at the Dollar Tree. I was really surprised. That seems like such a neat thing for the Dollar Tree to have. But you buy them individually, they just kind of nest. They don't like clip into place or anything. They just kind of nest there, but you can buy them individually and get as many as you want. So yeah, so they were like $1 a piece, $1.25. So I watched a video, I'll link it down below, about posture and kind of good sitting habits for digital artists. And one thing that I really started paying attention to and I couldn't like not notice was that my desk chair was a little too low. My knees did actually like bend. If I put my feet flat on the ground, my knees were a little bit higher than my pelvis, which is like not good. That means you're like kind of scrunched. So I brought in this tall chair. I got this I thrifted this like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. And it's like between a bar stool and a regular chair, so it's much higher. Well, it's 4 inches higher than my regular chair. It's been amazing so far. So I don't know if I want to keep this chair or buy a desk chair that goes that high eventually. But right now, I'm really loving it. So the next thing is why I'm using my laptop. Okay. so this goes here. And let's open this up and hopefully the laptop doesn't fall off. Okay. Normally would do this with 2 hands. And then here's my Huion. And then this drawer. And then this is the setup. Sit in this chair, my arms can kind of rest on the desk, and I can draw on this tablet, but I am not looking down at the tablet, I am now looking straight ahead at the monitor screen. So I draw on this, it stays black, but I plug in the USB part, so I just look at this screen, this stays black, and what amazes me, I guess because the screen is so much smaller compared to this, I can draw so big. Like, you know, if you're an artist, you've heard the advice, like don't draw with your wrist, don't do this, you know, draw with your whole arm. And that's extremely hard to do on a tiny screen. So, and even on this, I would tend to like zoom all the way out and do still like this stuff with my wrist. So with this, just because I guess the ratio or something, I do find myself drawing with my whole arm, and it's so nice. This is my closet. It looks like a closet. I'm not gonna open it. Real quick before we go, let me show you my bedroom. We got this wall here, the bed, and then this wall. Yeah, that's both rooms. Get a good look there. And yeah, that's the end of my bedroom art studio makeover. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you also feel inspired to make your space the best it could possibly be. I think this is my second order. I ordered more paint because I saw that was still on sale. The sale was about to end, so I ordered more. Okay, so here's the colors that I got from Jerry's Artorama. Let's see here. Grayish purple, mustard, lilac, coral red, and raw sienna. Okay, we got some mail. These arrived. Oops. These are from Sticker App. They came out pretty nice. In the mood to brood. And then we got more mail. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous about these. These are holographic. And I realized after I ordered them, I didn't quite read their tips on how to design holographic, so these might look like totally weird. Sassmaster. So you kind of had to select like what would be holographic, so I could have done something like where the holographic part would go on the illustration, and I think that would be cool to do in the future, but for this is what I wanted. I wasn't sure if it would fill the whole thing holographic or not, but that looks pretty good. And then the world may never know. There we go. Alright, and then we got these. Secretly a princess. Came out pretty darn good. Man, Sticker Mule. I feel like Sticker App has good quality. They're both very, very good. I would totally recommend both Sticker App and Sticker Mule. One thing that I like is like Sticker Mules actually feel thicker. Sticker App, like they stay, for me anyway, on my travel mug and stuff, they are pretty scratch resistant, they're water resistant, I haven't seen them fade, but these just feel so heavy and nice. So yeah, now we've got these three all together. I really like this. I'm gonna have to make more in the series. I got episode 4 all shaded so I can upload that and prepare it for lettering. Yay! That means as of Saturday when the comic resumes, there's going to be 4 episodes scheduled. 4 weeks of uninterrupted updates. I'm so excited for that. This might be my biggest buffer yet. Okay. I drew this to be the cover for season 3. I think this is also going to be the postcard that goes with this sticker. Okay. Today turned in kind of too. Today turned into kind of a really chill day. I got some comic related stuff done. I uploaded episode 4 to Google Drive so I could edit it, do the lettering and stuff. But I haven't really done anything else besides that, and I'm kind of okay. But I'm just painting and sketching, and obviously you guys saw I got my studio a little bit rearranged, got my cozy spot over there. But now it's raining outside, just like the most relaxed, lazy kind of rain. But this is my backyard view. Is that tree not just, it's a sycamore tree, but it has like these vine thingies that grow on it? It's a pretty backyard. Anyway, I've started watching a new anime called Snow White with the Red Hair. I feel like my sister mentioned this to me. Somebody did. I think it was my sister. I'm on the 2nd episode. The first one was very cheesy and satisfying. Okay. Comic is updated. I'm so happy. Anyway, feels so good to be updating again. And now that that is done, I'm gonna get on the road and go visit my sister and brother-in-law and niece. I'm really excited because my sister, she watches my videos. She just moved back to Illinois from Texas. So it used to be, 14, 16-hour drive, something like that, or an airplane ride. And now she's in Illinois, so it takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours to go see her. So I'm gonna go see her. I am bringing her my Ohuhu markers. I don't really use them, and I was kind of worried about them like drying out, being unused. So I'm giving them to her, and we're gonna kind of celebrate her being back, I think, and my comic being back. Two of my favorite things, family and comics. All right, let's get on the road.
In Soho. Guess when? Yesterday.
Great, Jordan's cousin celebrating the $5 million ransom.
Exactly.
Looks like her cockamamie plan might actually work. Stupid kid.
Meet my new plant. So my car's been in the shop, and they had the car for Tuesday, Wednesday, and then most of today before they called me, and I was just getting so worried about what in the world they were gonna find. And they finally called today, and they aren't actually sure what was wrong, but they can't get the car to do that, have the problem again. The problem seems to have gone away. The car isn't gonna cost thousands of dollars to fix, which is what I was bracing myself for, was a broken head gasket or something. Okay, so voiceover, Miss Mark here. It was a head gasket. So the car went symptom-free for like a week, and then the first time after that I took it on a long drive, it started overheating again. I took it back in, and they said, oh yeah, actually, it is a head gasket. We're so sorry for your loss. They're a super, super good mechanic, but a head gasket is just an incredibly expensive repair because it's so time-consuming, from what I've heard. And essentially the cost of repair was going to be about the same as the car's actual value. Technically, it's cheaper to fix the car, in theory. But it's a very, very expensive repair, like a couple $1,000s, $2,000 to $3,000. So after talking with some family members, I have made the decision to hopefully get a car loan. I feel like everybody else has had loans but me. I never had to take out a loan for school. I've never had a mortgage. I've never had a car loan. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous about it. And then I'm also freelance. Basically, like as an artist slash nanny, I don't really have regular monthly employment. I have good monthly employment, but it's not your typical traditional employment. So I'm a little worried about what the bank will say when I go in. Essentially, my plan is to go in looking like extremely responsible, but also pretty wealthy, but not too wealthy because I want them to give me more money. Both responsible and pitiful. That's my goal. So yeah, it's a little bittersweet rewatching some of this footage, especially the car drive, because that was about the last time I drove my car anywhere major. That was my last road trip in the car. But yeah, one way or another, I will get a new set of wheels by the end of the month. I hope. I kind of have some time off from my day job this month, so in a way, it's kind of a good timing. But yeah, it did sort of overshadow the rest of my June, was just like realizing everything I was gonna have to do to get a new car. So there's that. Okay, it's finished. I stopped at such an awkward stage before, like where I picked up today. I was really not confident that I would be able to, like I thought this was going to be like a scrap it type of drawing, painting experience, and it came out okay. I mean, more than okay, actually. I mean, I've really been enjoying my style lately. Like, both in my sketchbook and on larger paintings, I just feel like I know what I want, and I'm actually able to do it lately. Anyway, yeah, and I like these two together. So now I want to paint this and hope that it doesn't ruin the thread, because my sketchbook needs to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I mean, it'd be kind of nice if it was perfect, you know? Is that really so much to ask? So, yeah. This is what I'm doing this morning. Let's see here. Wow, okay. A bunch of stuff has happened this month. Making it through. Keeping it together, more or less, or letting it fall apart, depending on how you look at it. But I got a package. This package is kind of special. I just found out last week that my car is no longer with us, for all intents and purposes. It has damage that is too expensive for me to reasonably repair, so I am officially between cars. I ordered this from Jerry's the day before I found out that I didn't have a car. Like, I had already ordered all of this, and I kind of ordered extra because I was trying to meet their minimum for free shipping. So this will probably be my last major art purchase for a while. Which is fine. I don't need more art supplies. It's completely fine for me to not buy more for a while. So there's the haul. Yeah, so this was a big purchase. It was and it wasn't. I mean, it is a big purchase. These are the more expensive one, more expensive brand. These were still on sale for like $3 or $4 $4 a piece. So I think these are closer to like $7 or $8, I think, on Jerry's when I bought these. I don't know. I don't actually know. Anyway, I think I'm going to listen to I haven't listened to my Bible podcast in a while. And I think I'm going to listen to it tonight while I swatch all of these 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 13 colors. This might be my biggest at one time paint purchase, minus like sets and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to swatch these. I'm feeling tired, but also not ready to go to bed, so. Alright, this is exciting. Oh man. Okay, so before you see it, these are postcards for Patreon. So I have no problem showing you guys here. They're not supposed to be like a secret or anything, but if you want the physical clappies, you're gonna have to go over to Patreon. Alright, so we got this one. Got this one. And then we got this one. And this is the cover for season 3 of my comic, so I turned it into a postcard because why make more work for myself and draw different illustrations. Alright, so I'm going to count these and sort them into stacks. They package them all together like mixed in, like it's a variety pack, so I gotta like sort them out. So, got that one, got that one, we've got this one. These will be the Patreon rewards. Since it is the last day in June, I can go ahead and tell you this will be the reward for July, August, September. So for those of you who are watching this and you don't know, you get a sticker for $3 a month. So in July you get this one. And then for $5 a month, you get the sticker and the postcard. And then for $1 a month, or whatever amount you choose, you get access to like behind the scenes, other projects I'm working on, paintings I haven't published, that kind of thing. So, okay, we are wrapping up this vlog. And of course, I want to give a big thank you shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. This year has been kind of crazy because my Patreon is slowly but steadily growing. I think maybe there's been 1 month where I didn't have a new patron, and that just blows my mind. So thank you to you guys. It's surreal to send out physical copies of my work out there to you guys. And then also in a special way, I would like to thank everyone who's been reading my comic now that it has resumed releasing. It's always so fun to read your comments. I look forward so much every Saturday to publishing a new episode, and I have missed it so much. So thank you for reading my webcomic. And if you're someone who just watches my videos, shout out to you too. I am grateful for all the views, all the supports. Yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!